哦，早上雨好大啊，原本还担心外面巷子淹水，水会漫进屋子嘞，还好只在门前一些，没有漫进，没有，还好没进来。可是可能我这边这个透天当初房东重新整理的时候，有把那个一楼垫的比较高，垫的比较高吧。我看左右邻居好像没有垫高的，好像水有进到屋子里面去啊。在雨下最大，那个排水排不及的时候，高雄市今天很惨啊，外面淹得乱七八糟的。好吧，早上这一段任务结束了，可是我记得，等一下，我记得前面这边还有一些小任务，我去把它结束掉好了。
Wish I could make them pay for what those bastards up there. That's the problem. We wanted to avenge Father's death, so we split up to find a way. Father, why did this happen to you? Then we are avenged. Our father is still dead, but at least the ones responsible for his death paid a price. Why don't I feel any better?
OK， 我觉得我应该把东西拿去卖掉。
Welcome, friend.
Stranger, may we speak?
Are we sure that's a good idea? We can't be sure the threat is really over.
I've got what you need. Take pride in your work, I always say. Buying, selling, trading.
Finest merchant buying and selling.
Life has just about enough of this.
This is taking longer than I'd planned.
I sell to the nobility.
I erect.
merchant to the great houses. I have many fine goods.
啊，下去一下，等一下马上回来。 收集这些书真的是很不好收集啊，它藏在各个地方，没有特定的位置。
My sister sneaks off into the ruins, and I wind up getting hurt. How typical. Stranger, stranger, stranger! I require your immediate assistance. It's not important. My sister Kirith went into that Dwemer ruin, but she forgot to take my new control rod. I built it to deal with the spider constructs that infest the place. She may not believe me, but she needs that rod. Precisely. I do it myself, but one of those fetchers stabbed me when I tried to go after her. Besides, I forgot to take the control rod and had to come back for it anyway. Here. My sister has a knack for attracting trouble. I'm starting to get worried. We're dungeon delvers, intrepid explorers, just like you. Kirith handles the manual labor, while I'm the genius. Together we make a good team. We may be young, but we have a great many talents at our disposal. If you must know, this is our first real expedition. We need to find something to prove our worth to the Academy. Then, the Archmage will have to accept our applications. The Academy of Shadowstula, of course. My sister and I, we don't come from a wealthy family. We need to find something of magical or historical significance to impress the Archmage so he'll let us study there. Something old, something powerful, something that will impress even the jaded Archmage of the Academy. All of the greatest Dunmer leaders attended the Academy, and it would be unfair to the world to deny me my place among them.
About time you got here. I've been dodging spiders for what seems like forever. Wait, you're not Raynor. Did he? I bet he got hurt fooling around with the spider constructs. How typical. Listen, this ruin is a two-person job. I need someone to cause a diversion so I can sneak into the next chamber. Could you test that control rod on the spiders inside? How should I know? Raynor built it. He calls it a control rod. I bet it controls the constructs. Use it to capture one of those spider things. It might take a few attempts, though. Raynor's devices don't always work exactly as he designed them. That's the spirit. Now, go create... What took you so long? And who's your sparky new friend? You mean my brother's invention actually worked? I wonder if it would work on the big spiders. Probably not. Just a legend. I'm almost positive. Anyway, there's something important here. I can feel it. Something the Archmage won't be able to ignore. Look around! I had a quick peek at the machinery in here while I was waiting for you. I think this entire chamber is some sort of complex dwarven device. I've no idea. It might open that big door over there, or it might unleash a giant walking teapot with razors for arms. There's only one way to find out, right? Oh, don't be such a baby. You sound like my brother. Anyway, its emitter thing is broken. If I had some spare parts... maybe we can get your sparky little friend to help us. Dwarven constructs scavenge parts to repair themselves. They're designed to remove delicate mechanisms from disabled constructs to reuse elsewhere. No, not you. Your spider. You just ruin the parts prying them out. Go beat some spiders into submission, then have your sparky friend collect their parts. I'll wait for you by the emitter at the other end of the chamber. Good timing. I think I almost have this contraption figured out. Did you get the parts? So Raynor's control rod actually works? Do you believe it? Let's see those parts. I think I know how to fix this thing. Now stand back and give me a moment. Turn this, tighten that, and finished. That should do it. Should we see what this thing does? By Vivek! This is incredible! Some kind of elaborate dwarven device, obviously. See the crystal prisms set up around the chamber? This emitter fires a beam that reflects off the prisms and then does something. Oh, this is so exciting! Not sure. Why don't you fiddle with the prisms while I think this through? Maybe you'll get lucky.
啊，我发觉啊，Online 的这种解谜做得比第5代上古卷轴5还差没有那种转动的感觉。
Raynor showed up right after you went inside. We heard scary noises from behind the door. What was in there? A giant spider. I knew it. Can I see what else you found? This could be just what we need. I bet this gets me and Raynor into the academy. Here's something we found near the ruin. Please take it for helping us. You know, you're not bad to have around. Feel free to come dungeon delving with us whenever you want.
That relic you found will make our reputation. We can't thank you enough. Do you still have my control rod? Really? Sorry about that. I'm still refining the design. I hope the other one I made holds up. That flaw from House Triss paid a lot of gold for it. Well, how else could I get it tested? Be reasonable.
over here. I just need a moment of your time. You stopped. Thank you, Adept. I've been asked to find one of our more adventurous members. Someone that could lend a situation fresh eyes. You look like just the person to help with our predicament. The Archmagister asked that I not say too much in earshot of my guildmates. Let's just say it's a magical anomaly. Untamed power from an unknown source. Plenty to catch a mage's interest, but that's just the trouble. It could be highly dangerous. For now, power draws mages like moths to a flame. We're a little hopeless that way. Votary Nalia, a knight from the Order of the Lamp, is on the scene. She needs someone to help her explore this anomaly and assess the danger. What do you say? Excellent! The anomaly is in an old complex called Sunamir, beneath the Sunhold Mages Guild. Good luck. Hopefully the rest of us won't be far behind you. Take my word for it, she's one of our best. Professional, highly focused, a tad overworked, maybe. Some say knights in the Order of the Lamp are just failed mages. Those people haven't met Nalia. She's got an incredible aptitude for portal magic. Taught me everything I know. She'd have made a fine adept if she didn't love that sword so much. At least, I think she loves it. She's hard to read these days. Very focused on work, like I said. They fill many roles, often acting as bodyguards for powerful members or guardians of ancient magics. There aren't many knights in the Order, especially compared to the number of mages in the guild. The standard for knights inducted into the Order soar higher than Kapora Tower. We don't just take anyone who can swing a blade, especially these days. Well, rumor is that Archmagister Vanus formed the Order to lend legitimacy to the Mages Guild back when it was founded. That's not really a problem anymore. The knights are brave, skilled, and true. But the Order doesn't have much clout these days. Don't let Nalia hear you say that, but yes. Votaries of the Order of the Lamp are a rare sight in Tamriel these days, and likely to get rarer as the years roll. Take my word for it, she's one of our best. Professional, highly focused, a tad overworked, maybe. Other knights throw around honorifics like Sir and Dame. It's like that, a way for members to distinguish themselves. It speaks to their vows to the Order and to their role as a light to defend the guild. Precious little, I'm afraid. They broke through an old wall to get at it. Votary Nalia can fill you in on the details, but I heard one of the other knights mention it's old, deep magic. Makes sense, given the age of Sunamir. No, Sunamir predates the founding of the Mages Guild by, 1,000 years or so. It's an ancient library, I think. Lots of dusty tomes and some esoteric stories from all across Tamriel. Nalia and the others are inside. Stay safe in there.
Can you believe we have to register to enter the city?
I heard the Malborn have spies in the city. Maybe that's what all the fuss is about.
Good. You must be our backup. A nod came through.
Magnus, watch over you, Nalia. We'll keep watch out here.
Right. Lead the way, traveler. The door just down the hall here. Mind your step. This place is a bit of a mess thanks to that portal. Now that we have a moment, allow me to introduce myself. Nalia, Votary Knight in the Order of the Lamp. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Adept. Enard briefed you on our situation? That's exactly right. I'm quite proficient with portals, you see. This was my first time patrolling here in Sunamir, filling in for a friend. I sensed a portal through the wall back there, and when we broke through... well... I mean, I tried. There used to be a lot more wall back there. The portal didn't like me trying to go through one bit. Raw magical energy came bursting out. I'm just lucky I wasn't scraped up too bad. This portal is old magic, keyed to require 2 people to enter at the same time. I think. That's where you come in. I'll see if I can stabilize it, then we go through together. Do you have any questions before we head in? Fair enough. I'll answer what I can. What would you like to know? I'm good with portal magic. Really good. But I'm self-taught. I can't really put it into words like one of the adepts might. I've made and examined a lot of portals. This one is odd. Unique. A door with 2 keyholes waiting since the First Era. It's the strangest thing. I'm certain it's somewhere in a Daedric realm, but it's shrouded somehow. Protected. And it wasn't always there. It's like a bubble of our world suspended by a thread in that realm. The thread being this portal. Sunamir? We're in Somerset, deep under the Mages Guild in Sunhold. There's a few ways inside, so the guild has us patrol every so often, just to make sure no cultists or tome thieves got in. It's not, really. The place was donated to the guild sometime around its founding. The oldest books found here were from the early middle of the First Era. Shame they weren't kept in better condition. A lot of these books have been lost to time. Each knight takes a solemn vow to protect the Mages Guild, its members, and its goals. When we're available, we also go in first to deal with situations like this, trying to assess the unknown before letting the adepts get their hands dirty. There aren't many votaries in the Order right now, part of why I joined up. I tried the adept's life before that. Being a lamp knight suits me better, even if I still get called on for my portal magic just as much as before. If we were still on patrol, I'd be perfectly comfortable with Laren and Julian at my side, but we have no idea what's beyond that portal. One of the nice parts of being in a guild is you can call in backup. That's you. Now that we have a moment, allow me to introduce myself. That's exactly right. I mean, I tried. This portal is old magic, keyed to require 2 people to enter. Here we go. It's happening again! Bring this up! That blast reawakened some latent magic in here. Look around while I get this thing under control.
And all this books that would location dictate on. I just need
an illusion? It seems distorted. Watch out! Notes down here. This thing's as stable as I can make it. Let's head in before another surge of magic. Find the source of all this unstable magic. architecture is Elven. We must still be near Somerset. All these defenses meant to protect what? You feel that surge of magic? We're getting close. Whatever's causing this, I think it's in the next room. Come on! Voice of Magnus. Where are we? What is this place? This place is incredible. We'll have to explore when we're not in mortal danger. All this unstable magic seems to be flowing from those doors to the altar. Ah, see? You took the words right out of my mouth. Close the doors if you can. I'll see what I can do to stabilize the focusing crystal on you. I'll handle things here. Shut those doors.
To seek me out.
Since someone basked in my presence.
Want a lamb?
Adventurer,
Want a light?
I need you up here, now!
That wasn't the best idea I've ever had.
Meddlers, thieves, what have you done to my altar?
We were just trying to calm things down. Who in oblivion are you?
This is a fine way to wake after centuries of restless slumber. Did she send you? You're not at all what I was promised. It wasn't enough to break in, you had to smash the altar too. You may call me the Crow. This is the Scalarium and... I see now. She didn't send you. If she had, your knight wouldn't have smashed the altar's focusing crystal. I suppose, if you meant true harm, you could have done much worse. We'll need a new crystal to act as a focus for the altar. Procure one and... pin feathers. I suppose it's the only way. We'll have to try. This altar focuses power to shape the very heart of magic itself. If we're going to get things under control, I'll need to talk you through the rite of scribing. But first things first, there should be an old focus or two in the East Wing. Hurry! The East Wing should still have a replacement crystal boxed up somewhere. Don't let the Scalarium's defenses stand in your way. Hurry now! We'll have all the time in the world to talk after the magic here is quelled. If the altar isn't stabilized, our conversation options will be very limited, because we will be dead.
I'll hang back. That blast took a lot out of me. A talking crow? This just gets weirder and weirder. I suppose you'd better do what she says.
Good. Bring the crystal to the altar. Place it in the empty locus. If we are to quell this magic, we must focus it into a new creation. Place your hands on the altar. This is the scribing altar. Make this grimoire your own. magic of the Scalarium is calmed. Well done. Let's talk about what comes next.
Hang on. What just happened?
It's done. The altar is quiet, and for the first time in centuries, scribing has returned to Tamriel. It's clear Ulfsild did not send you, but I believe she would be quite proud of you just the same. Archmage Ulfsild the Evergreen? Warrior Witch of Kyne's Aegis? Clever woman of the Druidok? The Pale's Priestess of Juno? She created the Scalarium and perfected the art of scribing. Like a ray of sunlight from Magnus himself. Yes, scribing is an art developed by Archmage Ulfsild in collaboration with powerful beings. Spirits, if you like. They are called the Luminaries of Magic, and you, adventurer, are going to seek them out. To inherit Ulfsild's legacy, to make your mark on spellcraft itself. The Luminaries wait beyond these beautiful sealed doors. If you're willing, I will guide you on the path of scribing. I will take you under my wing. There is a world of magic beyond your mortal ken, adventurer. With the Luminaries at your side, there is nothing you cannot accomplish. There is much to be done, but it will be good to flex my feathers again. Like a flock moving across the sky, scribing twists and turns in the wind. It was an art form, a discipline, and a life's work. And as she got to know the Luminaries, it became a collaboration with her very best friends. Ulfsild saw the world differently. She could literally see magic, watch as it spiraled in ribbons across the world. As she grew up and formally learned to cast spells, it gave her a perspective on magecraft no one else had. Yes. She hoped that with proper technique and a sufficiently powerful focus, anyone could develop the same relationship with magic she had. She spent the work of lifetimes pursuing that dream, and never quite saw her work bear fruit. Most spells and skills are time-honored traditions, reliable, consistent, but they lack artistry, require nothing from the caster beyond a basic understanding of how magicka flows. I described scribing as an art because it requires artistry. Yes, that's a good way to look at it. Grimoires are spells and skills built from the ground up with artistry. No one would claim they're the most efficient, most reliable workings, but they're far more flexible than the average magecraft. Ha! You've got it! You can paint a picture with many different brushes, many different colors, can you not? Scribing allows a talented hand to do the same with magic, crafting a spell or skill in just the artistic fashion you want. Ulfsild's innate gift to see magicka brought with it a lifetime of lived experiences not easily transferred to others. So she developed the art of shaping magic via ink, parchment, and quill. What was missing was raw mystical strength. In so many ways, scribing hinges upon the borrowed power of the Luminaries, channeled through the altar. With their power flowing to the focus at the heart of the Scalarium, a mage is able to do incredible, ineffable acts of creation. And I have questions for you. It's been so long since I've spoken to someone like this. I'll spare you my interrogation. I'll learn more about you as you follow the path of the Luminaries. We are beneath an island called Ivea. In ages past, Ivea was a sanctuary for magic, founded by Ulfsild's husband, Archmagus Shalador. I am caretaker to this space, Ulfsild's familiar, set to watch over it when the island was lost. Is that so? What curious timing. Did the Archmagus think to mention the Scalarium or its treasures? No, I am not surprised. When Shalador's foolish pact lost him the island, Ulfsild's precious work was taken as well. We are. But don't get your feathers in a ruffle. The Scalarium was shielded from mages, princes, and powers long ago. Time has not been kind to Ulfsild's library, but those protective wards still stand strong. Has all record of her accomplishments been lost? Not a footnote remains of her life and deeds? Her discovery of the luminaries began long before she met and wed Archmage Shalador, though their collaboration would encompass the work of a lifetime. I'm surprised to hear that. They were very much in love when last I saw them. They knew they would not see the end together, but they had made peace with that idea long ago. Shalador was one of the greatest mages to walk the face of Nirn. He planned to live until the Aedra themselves wrested him from this world. But Ulfsild didn't want to live forever. She wanted to leave behind a legacy. Now, thanks to you, she will. They are beings of pure magic, hence their name. Utterly unique, like beams of light emanating from the face of Magnus himself. Each has chosen a shape that suits their personality, following goals and interests entirely of their own choosing. Ask each luminary what they are, where they came from, or how they came to be, and they'll each give you a different answer. My suggestion is that you meet them, learn all you can, and decide the answer to that question for yourself. As they themselves once taught Ulfsild. Yes, the luminaries understand magic in a way mortals never could. Their power, freely given, will allow you access to arcane mysteries others could only dream of.
I've been a knight in the Order for years, Traveler, and I've never heard of anything like this. A lost art of shaping magic, an ancient library, and these luminaries. This is incredible. Hopefully you'll learn exactly what a luminary is while you're at it. I'm lucky you were here, Traveler. My magic is so specialized. With that altar, who knows what else you'll learn to do? What sort of spells and skills you'll create? Well, I need to report in. Tell the head of my order what's happened and get guidance from the Archmagister. If you're asking my advice, why not stay here? Talk more with the Crow and see if you can start to walk this path she mentioned. A patrol to last a lifetime. I brought you in to help with an unstable portal, and look at everything we've done. Explored an ancient library, met a talking crow, and apparently revived an ancient form of magic. Can't wait to see what happens next. I have no idea how I'm going to explain this to the head of my order. This will be a long and entertaining conversation. In the meantime, you have a feathered scholar to speak with. You passed some of my trusted associates when we entered Sunamir. I want them tasked to investigate and catalog what we find. In the meantime, you're our resident expert on scribing. You need to learn everything you can. You couldn't be more right. What are the luminaries? How do they relate to this lost art of scribing? We have more questions than answers. Luckily, we also have you. Give the Crow my regards, Traveler. I'm a touch nervous to bring this to the Votary Commander and Archmage Galerion. This is going to come as quite a surprise. And those two hate surprises. I'll be fine. Probably. Of course. We really jumped into the boggy end of the swamp together, didn't we? Answering a few questions is the least I can do for the world's foremost expert on scribing. My plan is to bring in Ernard, who opened the portal for you, as well as Laren and Julian. You passed them back in Sunamir. And Chronicler Ferandil. He'll be invaluable here and can keep the other three in line. Votary Laren and I have gotten each other out of more scrapes than I can count. Julian is sour as a plum, but she's one of the smartest people I know. And Ernard doesn't look like much, but he cuts through guild politics like a spell-forged blade. Ferandil is... well, he's not much fun at parties. but put him in front of a stack of moldy old tomes and he'll have them organized, cataloged, and analyzed faster than you can say Eye of Magnus 3 times fast. Oh, me? Not much to tell, really. I grew up in a guild family. My mother was an adept, and my father was a researcher back in Eldenroot. I started off sort of following in the family business, but most magic just kind of eludes me. Yeah, swords always made more sense to me than spells. Portals and I get along great, something about how they come together, like a good riddle. But most magic and I just don't get along, much to my father's chagrin. Each knight takes a solemn vow to protect the maiden. There aren't many votaries in the Order right now, part of why I joined up. I tried the Adam.
I'm glad you've chosen to stay, Interloper. The path to master scribing is not an easy one, but its rewards are innumerable. Your knight appears to be leaving. Did I ruffle her feathers with my cause? A guild of mages? Fascinating, but a topic for another conversation. Let's stay focused. Ulfsild prepared for the day that someone would follow in her footsteps. She left behind resources, notes, and information for her eventual inheritor. What I want is immaterial. The luminaries will dictate your future as a scriber of grimoires, an editor of spells. That said, I am Ulfsild's familiar. I can guide your early steps, get you flying in the right direction. Where you perch is up to you. Ulfsild left a number of echoes, instructional illusions, scattered throughout the library. Their aim is to guide you through the process of contacting the luminaries, making allies of them once again. There's one just behind you. See for yourself. The echo at the base of the altar is just one of many. Much of the Scalarium's knowledge has been lost to time. But if Magnus wills it, Ulfsild's preparations should be enough to see us through. And I have questions for you. Fly back to me when you have followed Ulfsild's instructions.
If you are seeing this, the Scroll has set you on the path to learn the art of scribing. A world of magic awaits you. I've left behind another sort of guide, the True Sight Lens. Seek it out in the East Wing. The lens and the fables are signposts to seek the luminaries, and they will teach you far more than I ever could. If you are seeing this, the Scroll has set you on the path. I've left behind another sort of guide, the True Sight. I wish... I made this lens so you might see the world as I do. The very warp and weft of magic laid out before me. A look through the lens will allow you to see impressions left behind by the luminaries. Follow these signposts, and you will find their domains. I made this lens so you might see the world as I... A look through the lens will allow you to see impressions left behind by the... I saw signs of this ancient magic from an early age. Certain fables seem to...
Good. You found the lens. It will be your most important tool in tracing a path to the luminaries. Merely holding the lens will attune you to the flow of magic. You will begin to see focal points, impressions left behind by these mystical beings. It's quite simple. Stand in one and peer through the lens. Hidden magics in many forms will be revealed to you. Doors, glyphs, even secrets layered within tomes. But here, enough talk. Let's begin. Gather your feathers about you. Nearby you will see a focal point and the Fable of the Indrik. Read the book, then step into the focal point. Peer through the lens, and you'll see the tome in an all-new light. Ulfsild's secrets are all around us. You need only know where to look. Read the Fable of the Indrik, then use the lens and re-examine the tome. You'll see what I mean. Ulfsild created the True Sight lens as she developed the art of scribing. From a young age, she could see magic in a way few others could. This intuitive understanding of magic was what led her to the Luminaries, and inspired scribing itself. From a very young age, Archmage Ulfsild found she could see the current of magic as it flowed across Nirn. Faintly at times, more strongly in others. A rare and precious gift, one granted by Magnus himself, no doubt. Seeing and understanding are two different things, interloper. The lens was a tool, a high branch to give her a bird's-eye view of impressions left behind by the Luminaries. Now enter the focal point and peer through the lens. You will see what was unseen in the fable. Excellent. Ulfsild's annotations will tell you where you need to go. You've seen the hidden annotations then, and you know where you are going? You should be able to follow those annotations in sequence, leading you from location to location. Just like the hunter in the fable, you seek the Indrik now. Let Ulfsild be your guide. As this is your first time, I will accompany you into the field. Not everything you need to know is on the page. I will teach you how to break the Luminary wards and retrieve key fragments to enter the Indrik's domain. I'll meet you at the Lady's Standing Stone in Oradon. How nice it'll be to really stretch my wings again. Indeed. Ulfsild gathered hundreds of tomes in her search for these tales. A small handful of her annotated volumes will be needed to find the Luminaries. Beyond the Indrik, you will seek them out in whatever order you choose. Ulfsild felt a kinship with him. He was the first of the Luminaries to ally with the Archmage, and the first to commit his power to the altar. If any of these unorthodox beings are still loyal to Ulfsild, I felt he would be the one. Tilt your head, and think of the altar as the heart of the Scalarium. Without it, the library would simply be a graveyard of tomes. A lifeless shell filled with old knowledge and stories of the past. What makes that heart beat? What gives it life? Yes. Before the doors were sealed, the Indrik, Netch, Dragon, and Griffin fed the altar their strength. Now the heart of the Scalarium struggles to beat, and without that beating heart, your mastery of scribing will stagnate. Ah, there's the trick. We don't. Ulfsild underwent trials to prove her worth, to gain their trust. But that was lifetimes ago. All we can hope to do now is find the Luminaries and remind them of their promise to Ulfsild. The rest is up to you.
We just got in a shipment.
Eshabai.
Halt, traveler! Fair day, and welcome to Volkilgard. I need you to speak with Watch Captain Astania. Follow the docks to the northeast. Can't miss her. No, citizen. The Queen is here. The first Auradon Marines insist we log everyone who enters the city. No...
This work isn't going to do itself. Nothing to do but keep at it. Fivefold.
A little help here would be nice.
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland.
This one does not know, but he hopes his family is safe in Liverpool.
Fair day, visitor. Please state your name for the record. I'll just write that down. By order of the 1st Oridon Marines, your presence in the Valkel Guard has been registered. Do your best to stay out of trouble and out of the way. Fare you well. Help? No, I don't think so. Actually, my guardsmen are all tied up right now. If you're up to it, perhaps you could look into some things for me. Good. I want you to speak with 2 members of the Queen's Court. Advisor Norian and Steward Aminway. They await assistance from the Guard. Hands I can't spare just now. Who do you want to speak to? I see you prioritize well. You'll find him at a warehouse west of here. Be sure to tell him that I sent you. Once you've finished with both of them, report back to me on the town's upper level. Well, what are you waiting for? You hit your head recently? The Queen leads the Old Mary Dominion. She had some kind of wild time away from court a few years back, but now she's returned to... Off gallivanting across Tamriel? Who knows? Who cares? I wish I could just quit my job, then come back to it when I get bored. Probably talking up the unity of the Dominion. Not all the Altmer are fans of the Alliance yet. No offense. Queen Irene's personal guard. They're led by Battlereeve Urselmo, one of the most decorated warriors in the Dominion. No, I'm captain of the city guards here. The Marines are the right arm of the Queen. My duty is to the city.
I'm busy here. Away with you. In that case, you'll do nicely. My servant followed a burglar to this warehouse. The ignorant knave stole a set of marine deployment plans for the Queen's upcoming speech. Well, I'm sure I wouldn't know. I'm no burglar. In any case, we can't let those plans escape. They could be used to bypass the Queen's security, and we wouldn't want that.
Yes.
Please, I did
yes, you did.
Well, did you find the plans? Oh, a pity. Keep the plans. You can give them to the captain next time you see her. In the meantime, I must attend to the Queen. Some kind of criminal feud, I'm sure. Now then, if you have some other task, you should be about it. Do I look like a steward's assistant? Do you take me for a commoner? No. But yes, I happen to know where she is. East Warehouse, just north of the docks. You can go now.
Welcome to Volker.
I'm sorry, I can't help you right now. I'm very busy and there's a lot to do. Oh, all right then. What was it? Right, the supplies. 2 of my cooks took deathly ill right in the middle of preparing the Queen's feast. I suspect sabotage. I want to be sure all of our food supplies are safe. I'm not upset. Not at all. I'll examine the supplies in here. You go to the warehouse next door, make sure everything is fresh, and there's nothing out of place.
Hold it right there.
Did you find anything? Thank the stars! You found the problem. Hold on to that. The captain will want to see it. A uniform? Must have been a cut purse. They're always hanging around the docks waiting to steal away with some cargo. Be careful around here.
Tell me what you found. Good, good. Look, I hate to rush you, but I have another task for you. One of my men, Heldil, has cornered a thug nearby. We need to talk to this lowborn scum. We've no time for this. He's involved in a plot against the Queen, that's all I can say. We need someone like you to get to him. He refuses to speak with a member of the Guard. Just hold it for the moment. Heldil is just up the stairs here, house on the right. Get going. Remember, the Queen's service.
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland. What are you going to do?
This one does not know, but he hopes his family is safe.
Kindly step back. We have a situation here. Ah, help from the captain. Excellent. Inside, we've cornered a dangerous Mer. He's wanted by the Crown, has valuable information, and threatens to kill himself every time we approach the door. I need him alive. Just get in there and get him talking. Don't listen to what he says. He's hazed. You get him talking, we move in behind you. Got it?
Get back! One step closer, and I'll cut my throat! Why should I trust you? Fine. Fine. Just don't try anything. Get in here. You're no god. Thank the stars. Quickly, we don't have much time. They're coming. I know you're just a distraction. Listen closely. Captain Estania is corrupt. She's a member of a group called the Veiled Heritants. Veiled Heritants. They're planning an assassination attempt on the Queen at the temple. They bribed members of her staff to get the speech moved here, where they can have the captain in their pocket. No. Only what I've seen and heard. Please, you must warn the Queen. She's in grave danger, and the guards here... Oh no.
Good work, citizen.
Traitors. Scum.
Shut your mouth. You're under arrest.
I live only to serve the Queen.
Sure you do. Baritale?
With pleasure.
Good work. Don't worry. He'll receive a fair trial. The captain is always very even-handed in her pronouncements. Good call. We'll see that this man is taken to a cell. With respect, of course. I have to admit I'm impressed. Cool like the scales of Auriel you are. Good luck with the captain. She sent word. She's moved to protect the Queen. That'll be at the Manor House. Stars guide your steps now.